Good afternoon. We are here. Give us a moment. It is the 21st of June 2012, the day of the solstice, and we would like to chat for a moment. Here you are now at the halfway point, more or less, through the 2012 year. And for those who are anticipating the next solstice, the winter solstice, this is a very important milestone. We would take a moment to look at it from a different aspect, which is this idea that it is the solstice in Cancer. And Cancer, we believe, is the sign of the home. And the idea of home. Now, you just had your president make a change for all of these children of illegal immigrants, illegal workers. And the reason that this reverberates at this time is the idea that this is the home that these children of these immigrants know. You could easily deport them to where their parents came from, but that's not deporting them home. That's deporting them somewhere they've never been or never known. And so the idea that you are only allowed to have certain places be your home is going to be expanded, because you see the earth as your home. Some of you see your neighborhoods as your home. You're going to start to see the galaxy as your home. You're going to start to see a bigger idea of what home and family is. Because one of the things that we have discovered in watching what goes on Earth is this idea that some have that you are not one big family, that you are somehow rivals for resources. And to us this is rather odd, because no planet that we are aware of that has sentient beings on it considers themselves anywhere but among family and friends when they are on their home world. There's not this groupings of classes that causes some to live somewhere else or whatever. People really see everyone in their immediate environment as family vibration, the vibration of family, because that is why you accumulate yourself as energy beings to a certain place, because you are family. And so this idea that some belong here, some do not, some should go live somewhere else, some should live here, that kind of thing is going to be changing. Ideally, as you become more and more knowledgeable of your interconnections and what you have in common instead of what you don't have in common, then you will begin to see yourselves as family members again. Now, there are some that do not want that to happen. They really like the segregation. They're on top and they want to stay that way, and they like the idea of using their brothers and sisters as footrests and doormats. And they are a grouping that go back to Atlantis, go back to the sons of Belial. But you are going to be discovering what the law of one Atlanteans knew. It's not a choice, it's the way things are. You are interconnected. See, the law of the one people aren't a religious sect. They are an enlightened group of entities who know something about the nature of physical reality. And so they act with that knowledge. They act with that knowledge towards their fellow creatures. They act with that knowledge towards the natural environment, towards the earth, towards all of existence. And so, if you can imagine that there is this knowledge, then what does that say about those who create class warfare, classes? The idea that some should have and some should have not. Would you not consider them kind of a throwback? Kind of someone who has lost something? They see it as gaining. It would be like gaining, it would be like as if you had psychic abilities and then you lost them. Is that a gain? Is it a gain to shut off certain parts of your physical and energy body? To be able to put blinders on so you don't see? To stick wads of stuff in your ear so you don't hear? Is that really an enhanced existence? Just something to think about. Because you have some on your planet now, many in that 1-2%, who have stuffed shit in their ears and have shut down their feeling centers. Because it's the only way they could be who they are in this world. And so when you see yourself as a planet moving through this 2012 period, we would suggest you have a little bit of compassion for the ignorance of the wealthy on your world, because they are ignorant of the larger reality. So, when you see someone like Romney, and Romney is the poster child of what we are discussing, who can hose his dog down and then stick it back on the top of his car for another few-hour drive in the cold weather. Or when you see him not even knowing what a donut is, because that kind of confection never found its way into his environment. Yes, there can be a level of, wow, I wish I had his money. But look at the cost in awareness. Look at the cost in your humanity. And we think those of you who are really beginning to feel the connection and what is going on with the energies from the galactic center and the rising of the connections that you are feeling, you will see this as someone who's a little slow. In other words, they're not the best and the brightest. They're the dull and the dumbest. And we know they are saying, fine, but we still got all the money. But what is money? But energy. And if you really think you can control energy, you wait. Ask the French aristocracy. Comes at a cost when you put a deaf ear. And so we applaud what Mr. Obama has done in saying to these young people, this is your home. Act accordingly and you will not be harassed in your own home. Because these are the kinds of things as a planet you must learn to do with all of the people. Because home, look at the Palestinians, they want a home. They have a home. But there are those who want to control them and kick them out of their home. And you see this going on in many places. What is going on in Syria? How's that going to play out? Think about it. You are trying to clean house and settle your home. That is what we see going on here. Because as a culture, as a people, as a grouping, you are all traveling on the same sphere terra towards a common future. Now those who wish to not join you in that future, they will have a place to go, no doubt. But don't think for a moment that that is where the majority is going, or that is where the energies are taking you. See them more as those who could not hang on the white water raft and had to get off before the exciting parts of the river could be met. With that, we will depart. It has been our pleasure. Good day to all of you.